Hello, my name is Hannah Heisel, and I am currently a naturalist intern at Dorothy Pico Nature Center. And today on Naturally Crafty, we are going to be making a woodland fox. The materials needed for this craft are glue, orange, brown, and white construction paper, googly eyes, and then scissors. In addition to those materials, you can download our downloadable, which does have the outline for the fox, the eyes, and the tail. To start, you're going to need your outline. So I already have mine cut out, but it's on white paper. So I'm going to trace it onto brown paper, and then I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to grab a pen so I can see it. I'm going to trace it. Now that I have it traced, I'm going to cut it out. Alright, now that you have your fox outline cut out, you're going to want to cut your orange paper. Not all of it, up to you, depends how many triangles you want. Cut it into triangles, and I already have mine pre-cut, so I have smaller ones. And I also have large ones because you want two different sizes. So the small ones are for the tail, and then the larger ones are for the body. So you can decide how big or how small you want them. And then you can decide if you want, you can fold your triangles in half to give them a little bit of dimension, or you can do them flat. So the one that I've already done, you can see that they're folded and has dimension. So it's up to you. So for this one, I'm going to do non-folded triangles on the bottom and then fold the smaller triangles on the top to give it a dimension. So for down here, I'm going to put some glue, and then I'm just going to stick on my triangles. Now I'm going to move to the tail, and what you're going to want to do is kind of put the white piece down and kind of eyeball where you want your first row of triangles. And so mine's about here, so I'm going to put a row of triangles there. The big triangles, not the small ones. Press it down and glue the tail there. Then I'm going to move on to the next layer. As you can see, there's a lot of triangles that are along the edge. Don't worry about that. We'll cut them off at the end, as well as here and down here. Next, we're going to do the fox's eyes, and these are also in our template that's downloadable. So you can cut them out and then place them on the left and the right side. So there is a left and a right. Cut those out. We're going to glue them on, so then we have a guide as to where we need to put our orange triangles up there. Now that you have your white eyes on your fox, you can either decide if you want to do his ears or his forehead. I'm going to do the forehead, and then I'll move to his ears. And just a reminder that I am doing the forehead the folded way to give it a little bit of dimension. I've noticed that with this one, it's hard to glue it in the center, but you can. Otherwise, I do the one side, and then it just pops up. Now that you have your forehead done, I'm going to move on to the ears. So I already have my orange triangles cut out for my ears. So you're going to want 2 orange triangles and then 2 brown ones to go on the inside. Next, you're going to want to cut out a nose for your fox, and I did mine out of the brown, and I chose a larger nose, so you can put that right there. And then you're going to want eyes, so you can either do googly eyes, or you can do so goofy. Do googly eyes, or you can do just black marker if you don't have googly eyes. And then, like I said, we're gonna cut the extra triangles off. I hope you enjoyed making a woodland fox with me today. Stick around as we are going to learn a little bit more about foxes in the end of this video. Okay, in front of me I now have a fox pelt, and as you can see it's got its ears, it still has its tail, and then I also have a fox skull, and I also have the bottom jaw to the fox skull. Just a few things about red foxes. You can find them living in forests, grasslands, and in mountains, but here in Iowa we typically see them in the forest or prairies. Their diet, they eat rodents, rabbits, birds, pheasants, sometimes fruits and vegetables. You might see them eating fish, frogs, and they also eat worms. The fox's tail, not only as you can see, the fox has a really thick tail, and like a cat, its tail helps with its balance, but in the winter months, it uses its tail kind of like a blanket to keep itself warm. And then they also use their tail as a signal, as like a flag to communicate with other foxes. When foxes are born, the babies are typically a brown/gray color, and then after they turn about a month old, then they get their red fur in. Female foxes are called vixens, and male foxes are called dogs. So if you hear those terms, they're typically talking about a red fox. Baby foxes are called kits. So adult foxes can make up to 12 sounds, whereas the kits or the baby foxes can only make 8 sounds. And a really cool thing about foxes is that they have great senses. They can sense if there's a small animal or rodent underground. Thank you for joining us on Naturally Crafty today. I hope you enjoyed learning some new things about foxes if you didn't already know those things, and making your craft. I hope that you check out our Facebook and Instagram page, as well as continuing to come back to our YouTube channel. Thank you.